This is Jim Ross with 3 Mile Storage Management. In this segment, this is my Q&A, where I highlight a question that I find on the Self Storage Talk forum. Self Storage Talk is brought to you by Inside Self Storage. A lot of people from the self-storage industry, owners, managers, vendors, you name it, they're on there asking questions and also providing answers. There's a lot on there, okay? And I just want to go on there and pretty much like once a week, pick a question that kind of jumps out at me and then film a video with my answers for that. So let's just jump right into it here. So I just went on a few minutes ago. I found this question, jumped out at me here. Just said, what could you do with just $1,000 to improve your facility or operation? Okay, sounds like a simple question, but there's a lot to it there. And so I thought about it for a second. And frankly, I wanted to frame it around if I was a new business coming in. Because again, if I'm a new self-storage business coming into the market, as many people are right now, every dollar counts. You know, you got to make sure you don't just wasting your money away. You know, every dollar counts. You really got to look at it with a lot of focus. And so that framework, when I saw that question, like, okay, this could work, because I have these kind of questions a lot when I'm talking with owners. First off, if I have $1,000, someone said, cool, here's $1,000. What can you do with this? A couple of things come to mind. First thing is Google AdWords, okay? Especially if I'm a brand new location, you know, it's hard to be seen online. It really is. You know, it takes a long time for your SEO to kick in, to be seen organically, for your Google business profile to start getting ranked. It takes a while. Well, you're new. You don't have time. You need that phone to start ringing to get rentals. So I would use that $1,000 and I'd push that to a Google AdWords campaign where basically you're pay to play. You're paying to be seen. And you can focus, you know, on a really tight, 3-mile market. So you're not spending your ad dollars for people that, more frankly, are not your customers. So when there's typing in for, self-storage near me, for $1,000 for that first month of an ad budget, yeah, you're going to start getting called. You're going to start being seen. People will find you and click and, go to your website or call to action and call your facility to rent the unit. It's, in my eyes, it's one of the best bang for your bucks that you can get when you're first getting started, is a Google AdWords campaign. So that'd be first and foremost, but I have other ideas. That's kind of my job. Second thing I would do is, again, I'm just trying to be in the mind frame of, I need to get every rental I can. Obviously, I hit the ground running when I first opened. And right now in this market, hey, we all know it, everybody's full. I mean, if you've been around for longer than 24 months, chances are you're probably a full facility. Full facilities mean you're taking calls, and you're probably just telling people, sorry, we're full. Can't help you, click. And people in your 3-mile market, they're probably getting calls like that all the time, that they're full on a certain size code. Hey, for $1,000, I would say, okay, how much is it worth for me to get a rental? Okay, that's the first question I would ask. And I propose this to, managers and people that are running the other facilities. I would send a letter, email, and a phone call. And in a nutshell, real quickly, I would just propose these competition alliances. Just saying, hey, rather than, taking those calls and getting those inquiries and those leads, and then them going nowhere, because when people need storage, they need it now. They're not going to wait 2 weeks, 2 months for a unit to open up. They need it now. So a lot of times those leads are just wasted dollars. Don't let those dollars go out the door. I'll pay you $50 a lead. Send them to me. I'm a new facility. I can help them out. Hey, the customer wins, I win, you win, because now you're getting extra money otherwise you wouldn't have gotten in the first place. I'll pay you $50 a rental. So, hey, for a $1,000 budget, I would definitely go that route. And honestly, when I do these other locations, it only takes a couple of facilities that really buy into this to start feeding you leads, to really start seeing an impact and start seeing that, oh my gosh, these are leads I probably otherwise would not have been able to find, that are coming to me because I have this competition alliance with these my competitors. We're all in this together. And that's another very effective method for using $1,000. And lastly, I'll touch on this. Going around and doing audits and doing my marketing studies for these locations that are coming on, and I go to all the competition, or if I go to a new facility, and the first thing, drive by, hey, first impressions, signage. Okay, that's one thing I see really lacking in the self-storage industry, except for some of these, especially for some of these like mom and pop type sites, is signage is really lacking. Your gate signage, your signage on how to use the keypads, are you vacating signage? These premises are being monitored by security cameras, all sorts of those kind of signage. Or also, especially with a lot of these automated locations that are coming on board, signage is everything to make sure people know what they're doing, where they can go to rent the unit. Okay, I rent the unit, now what? If I go to my unit, there's a lock inside. Spell that out in the signage. Is there after-hour emergency contact people I can call, or is this regular people I can call for the call center? Where's that? Making it very known when I come to your site. Okay, what do I do? Okay, and that's for $1,000 you can get some great signage made that will help with that customer service process. So, real quickly, yeah, there's the three things: Google AdWords campaign, competition alliances, signage. There's probably another 20 ideas we can come up with, but for the sake of time, I'll keep it to 3, and that's my recommendations there. So hopefully you got something out of that, spark some ideas for yourself as well. I'll keep this kind of content coming out because, again, I use this. I go to the talk forums at selfstoragetalk.com, and yeah, I'm learning from all these questions and answers that are in there. So it's a great resource. I'll keep these coming. Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching. I'd like to invite you to check out more questions and answers from many others in the self-storage industry over at selfstoragetalk.com.